Okay, now see the next topic, that is motional EMF. So anyhow, we know Lenz law and Faraday law of induction. Okay, and so far we know whenever magnetic flux linked with some coil changes in a coil, some EMF is induced. Okay, of course some induced current will flow if that coil is some closed coil. Okay, and see the next motional EMF. Okay, so to get this one, let me consider some rod, a thin rod, okay, whose length is L, having some resistance R, like that. So let us consider a rectangular loop. So this is the rectangular loop, okay, and it is subjected to the some inward magnetic field, and here a rod which is moving freely on this rectangular rails. So feel that these are horizontal frictionless rails, horizontal frictionless rails. Here rod, thin rod of length L, resistance R, sometimes they will give mass, okay. And here, if this rod moves with some speed V, maybe right side or left side, okay, in NCERT they given left, so that's not a problem. Now I'm taking right side. So this is the conductor which is moving with a speed V. Okay. So when a moving conductor, if a conductor moves with a speed V, then this conductor cuts the lines of forces. See, the lines of forces are into the board. Magnetic lines of forces. If the conductor moves like this, see, the field lines are into the board. If the conductor move in this direction, see, these are the field lines. And if the conductor moves in this direction, this conductor cuts the magnetic field lines. So whenever a moving conductor cuts the magnetic field lines, then some EMF is induced in the rod, and that EMF we can call it as motional EMF. So due to the motion of this rod, some EMF will be induced, and that we can call it as motional EMF. So motional EMF means when a moving conductor cuts the magnetic field lines, when a moving conductor cuts the magnetic field lines, then some EMF is induced in the rod. That EMF, call it as induced EMF. Okay, so let us suppose this rod, it is at distance of something x. At any instant, after some time, or at any instant of time, let dx is the distance moved by the rod. So dx is the distance moved by the rod. Dx is the distance covered by the rod. Okay, in a time interval something dt. Dx is the distance covered by the rod in a small time interval dt. Therefore, area we can write it as small area, we can write it as dA, we can write it as, so length and this one. So L into dx. We can write dA as L into dx. And due to the small displacement, there will be a small flux. So d pi we can write it as B into dA. Okay, pi nothing but dA. So B dA cos anyhow 0 because field is into the board. So 0. Now flux we can write it as d pi, which is equals to B dA is L dx. Now target is to find out EMF. Okay, EMF. So induced EMF we can write it as d pi by dt. So d pi is BL dx by dt. So we can write EMF is equals to BL dx by dt. So EMF, we can write it as BLV. So this is the general equation, BLV. So motional EMF is BLV we are getting, and here BLV is possible when B and L and V all are mutually perpendicular, then only we will get this formula. Okay, so when BLV all are perpendicular, then induced EMF, sorry, motional EMF in a rod is BLV. Okay, if it makes some angle, again different, some stories are there, just I am giving directly now. Let me extend in some applications. I am going to extend how EMF will be there, and this rod, this moving rod, generally we can replace with some battery symbol. How we are going to replace that also I'm going to explain everything. Just see, this is the direct way. Okay, generally derivation they will ask in a board level, that's why I'm deriving directly. In NCERT they have taken left side, nothing, so that is not a problem. So here I got BLV. Okay, and this BLV all are mutually perpendicular. So when a moving conductor cuts the magnetic field lines, then some EMF is induced in the rod. That EMF call it as motional EMF. Okay, let us see the actual story of this motional EMF. So this is the direct equation I derived. Let us see some story, little story. Okay, so here this formula is possible if all are perpendicular. If all are some making some different angle, we are going to write this one in some other vector form. Okay, we can write vector form. So in vector form we can get like this. In vector form we will get V cross B dot L. So this is the motional EMF in vector form. If possible, I am going to derive that also. So wait, I am going to show that also. V cross B dot L is the vector form, and you will see the direction. Okay, direction also important. Here, let us see whether all are perpendicular or not. See the direction of V, this side, B into the board, L like this. See, this is L, this is L, rod, L. Okay, like y-axis, rod is y-axis, you feel y-axis, moving right side, x-axis, magnetic field is into the board, field at z-axis, field is z, rod is moving along this direction, x-axis, rod placed in y-axis. So B, L, V all are perpendicular to each other. Okay, now let me see in what direction that induced current will be flow. Okay, in what direction the induced current will flow. Of course, we can apply by Lenz law also, we can expect the direction of the induced current here. Just you recall the Lenz law. Once it moves like this. Okay, so far we know Lenz law. Now let us try by using Lenz law, we try to expect the direction of the induced current, because we know Lenz law. Otherwise, we can use some other rules also, like Fleming's right hand rule we can use, and later on I am going to use right hand palm rule that I covered in moving charges and magnetism. Right hand palm rule, I hope that you remember right hand palm rule. Okay, so otherwise by Lenz law, once it moves like this, area increase. As area increase, flux increase. Then induced current has to decrease that flux. As area increase, flux increase. As flux increase, field increase. So induced current has to decrease that flux. So if you put arrow mark like this, then this will create some outward field. So the flux is going to decrease. So the current in this loop, if this is treated as a closed loop, then current in this loop is anti-clockwise. And generally we can replace this rod by some battery symbol. Let us see how we are going to replace this rod by a battery symbol. Okay, let us see some story for understanding point of view. Okay, so take this derivation. Let us learn how we are going to take the battery positive terminal, battery negative terminal in the applications. Okay, take this. So this is for just both point of view, and this is possible when B, L, B all are mutually perpendicular. Let us see actual meaning, and that I am going to write it as applications. There are plenty of applications based on motional EMF. Okay, rod moves some angle perpendicular along the field, opposite to the field. We'll see some examples. Each and every example applications are important for entrances. And by using that knowledge, we can solve problems from any type of book. So let me continue some applications. And let me show another derivation, alternative derivation of motional EMF. Just keep in mind this is useful for both, and next I am going to use some applications. Take that as a note points. Note, so useful for knowledge, for entrance and all. See, I am going to show again one more derivation. Same formula is same, BLV when BLV all are perpendicular to each other. See, this is the rod. Now the magnetic field is into the board. Okay. Yeah, rod moves with a speed v. See, this is a conducting rod. Of course, this is a conducting rod, then only induced current will flow. So, this is a conducting rod. Once it is in motion, in a conductor, there are number of free electrons. So, conductor contains number of free electrons, we know. So, conductor have some number of free electrons. So, indirectly, electrons are moving with a speed v. Electrons are moving with a speed v, and see, it is moving perpendicular to the magnetic field. Magnetic field is into the board. Magnetic field is into the board, and motion of electron is right side like this. Okay, means conductor is moving. In a conductor, electrons are there, so that electrons are moving. Once that electrons are in motion in a magnetic field, if any charge is in a motion in a magnetic field, then some force is acting on that charge. The force is acting on this charge. Let us see what type of force is acting on the charge. You know already, if a charge is moving in a magnetic field, if a charge moving in a magnetic field, then some force is acting on the charge. That force we can call it as magnetic force. And you know that force is QVB sine theta. If Q is the charge of electron, or EVB sine theta. So some force is acting on this. And that force we can write it as magnetic force. That magnetic force QVB sine theta. Otherwise, we can write it as EVB sine theta. Theta is the angle between B and V. What is the angle between B and B? V is right side, B is into the board. So you can replace with 90. So EVB. This is the magnetic force acting on each and every charged particle. Okay. And you know how to identify the direction of that charge by using palm rule. You know the palm rule. So by using palm rule, so see, open the right hand like this, put these fingers into the board. Okay, all these fingers into the board, nothing but magnetic field, and this thumb represents the motion of the conductor. Thumb represents the motion of the conductor. Just see, again I am recalling the palm rule, right hand palm rule. Open the right hand, open the right hand. All these fingers will show direction of magnetic field. Okay, note it down. All these fingers are shown magnetic field. This is motion of conductor, and this palm shows force acting on that charge. Okay, if it is a positive charge, same. If it is a negative, opposite. So use the right hand palm rule. By palm rule, see, the fingers are into the board. Fingers are into the board. Magnetic field is into the board. Conductor is moving right side, thumb shows right side, and this charge experience force upward. But see, this is the electron. It's not a positive charge. It's a negative charge. So the direction of magnetic force is reverse. If it is a positive charge, the direction of force is upward. If it is a positive charge, the direction of force is upward by Palm rule. But what is this nature of charge? Negative. So it will experiencing some, sorry, not experiencing, some magnetic force is acting on this electron downwards. So magnetic force is acting on electron is downwards. If it is a positive charge, magnetic force is upward by Palm rule. So open the right hand, move these fingers into the board, and this will give the motion of the conductor. This shows the force acting on charged particle, positive charged particle, positive. But here what is there? Negative charged particle. So some magnetic force is acting on the electron in downward direction. So all these electrons will try to move bottom because of this magnetic force. As the negative charged particles are electrons moves downwards due to the magnetic force, then positive negatives are moving to the bottom. All negative charged particles are moving to the bottom. Automatically, what will be there at the top? Positive, positive, positive charged particles are there at the top. Due to the magnetic force, these electrons will move to the bottom. Remaining are at the top. So there will be a positive charge and there will be a negative polarity. Due to this positive, negative, so some electric field will create, some electric field will generate, positive, negative. See, electric field is in what direction? Downward direction. Okay, just listen. Okay, electric field is downward because here the positive charge, negative charge, direction of electric field is positive to negative. Due to this electric field, see, electric field is downward, and due to this electric field, this electron again experiences what? Force. You know already, if electron moving in electric field, electron experiences a force. Okay, so this electron experiences force. If charge moving in electric field, then force acting on the charge is EQ. Here electron, negative charge. So tell me the direction of electrical force on this electron. So, you know, I think if it is a positive charge, if electric field is applied like this, then force acting on electron is along the direction of the field, that is equal to EQ. If it is a negative charge, then force acting on the electron is minus EQ. That means force is opposite to the charge. You know these rules in electrostatics. Okay, if it is a positive charge, then that positive charge experiences a force in the direction of electric field. If it is a negative charge, then that charge experiences electrical force in opposite direction. So these are very basic things you remembered, I think. Now this will experiences electrical force upward. How much is this? EE. Yeah, see the story. This electron, see there is a conductor. Conductor is in a magnetic field. Once it is in motion, earlier I told simple word, as the conductor cuts the lines, what lines? As the conductor cuts the magnetic field lines, then EMF is induced, and that EMF we can call it as a motional EMF. Now, but see the actual story inside. If this conductor moves, then this electron experiences some magnetic force downward, and that direction of magnetic force I identified by right hand palm rule. Later on, due to this force, negative will be collected at the bottom, positive will be there at the top. But due to this, positive negative will be there, means in between electric field will be there. So this electric field, positive negative, some electric field is downwards, positive to negative. But in this, some electron will be there. This electron experiences some electric field. So this electron again experiences some electrical force because of this electric field, and this electric force is upward. If it is a positive charge, the electric force acting on charge is downward. But what is this charge? Negative. So electrical force is upward. Initially, the magnetic force anyhow it is dominating. Magnetic force is dominating than electric force. But after some time, okay, as the steady state reached, okay, later on more number of charged particles are collected at the bottom. Okay, more and more charge will accumulate at the bottom. Okay, as the final equilibrium is reached, at equilibrium, at equilibrium means in a steady state, in a steady state, as the steady state, after some time, in a steady state or the equilibrium, force experienced by electron and sorry, electrical force acting on charge, magnetic force acting on charge will be same. So this becomes EE. This is EVB. I think you know V is equal to E by B, like velocity selector in a previous chapter. So E is equal to, I got VB. How much the electrical field? VB. VB. V and B is the electrical field I got. Okay. But due to this electric field, there will be a potential difference. We know the potential difference, we can write it as dV is equals to E dot dl. I think you remembered. Electric potential, relation between electric field and electric potential. Electric field and electric potential. So dV is equal to E dot dl. dV E, what is E? VB dot dl. Okay, angle between them is anyhow 0. Okay, VB, okay, dl. Here after the integrations we can write V is equals to, see, apply the integration, V is equals to VBL. This V nothing but EMF, that is nothing but BVL. See, again I got the same equation. But you try to remember the previous derivation only. See here, we are getting some potential difference. Why we are getting potential difference? Because of electric field. And what force is acting downwards, what force is acting upwards. At equilibrium, these two forces are equal. Then I got VE is equal to VB. Later, I got E is equals to BVL. Okay. And see, I got E is equals to BVL. And again, this formula also same. When all these three parameters are mutually perpendicular to each other. If they are not perpendicular to each other, again we are going to get some angles, theta, alpha, beta, whatever may be. Okay, that also I will try to show. Okay, here this one we can write. See here positive charge, negative charge, and this rod in a electrical symbol we can replace like this. So we can replace with battery. Positive, negative, and current will flows like this. This is an induced current. Okay. So moving rod we can replace by a battery. Okay. See, take this as some hint. Okay, some story like that. What is going on inside the conductor? Because inside the conductor there are free number of electrons. That electrons experiences a force, and that force we can determine by right hand palm rule. Next again I am going to use Fleming's right hand rule. Generally, Fleming's right hand rule also used to identify the uh, direction of induced current. That also I am going to use. Okay, be careful with these rules. Again, right now I am using right hand palm rule. Okay, so we can use one more way also. This is V and inside is B, V cross B. Okay, that I will use in a next sessions. Okay, in continuation. Take this. Here this formula is possible when B, V, L all are perpendicular to each other. Now let us see if this V, B, L are some different angles. Right now these are perpendicular to each other. Let us see the motional EMF equation when three parameters make some different angles. Okay. But this is the easy equation to solve some problems. BVL. And next equation also helpful. Let us see which one is convenient for us. We'll see. When B, V, and L are at some suitable angle, some angle. Yeah. See, these are the magnetic field lines. Magnetic field lines. Now I am placing a rod like this. Which makes an angle theta and L, and rod is moving with speed V by an angle alpha. See, all three parameters make some different angles. Angle between V and B is theta plus alpha. Okay, earlier all are perpendicular. Now they are not perpendicular to each other. Now see, again due to this magnetic field, again some electrons will be gathered here, positive charges will be gathered here, some EMF will be there. That EMF we can call it as motional EMF, okay, based on this speed. And see, anyhow, we know once the electrons, means after some time at equilibrium, electrical force acting on charged particle which is equals to magnetic force, but see they are equal and opposite, so you can write like this: Fe is equal to Fm. They are equal and opposite. Once Fm is acting down, Fe is acting up. Okay, otherwise you can take the magnitude, so that's not a problem. Here E I'm writing in vector form. If all are perpendicular, we can write EVB, but they are not perpendicular. EV cross B, because there will be an angle between V and B. There is an angle V and B. Angle between V and B is theta plus alpha. So I got electric field E is equals to minus V bar cross B bar. Okay, in vector representation I am writing. I got electric field. Okay, so we have E, but we know integration of dV, we can write it as integration of E dot dl. Use the relation between electric field intensity and electric potential. So this becomes V initial minus V final. So Vf minus Ve, nothing but V, nothing but E. Okay, starting if it is V initial and ending is V final, so the difference between them we can call it as motional EMF E and minus E. What is the integration of E is already minus is there here, so minus cancelled out. V cross B dot dl. Now EMF I got it as after the integration, so here we will get V cross B dot L. See, this is the exact equation, means this is the actual equation of electro EMF, okay, electromotive force. Okay, so this is the actual equation of motional EMF, V cross B dot L. Okay, angle between V and B is clear, and this direction also we can identify the direction of this one, because this is a vector. We can identify this direction by using again palm rule. Okay, right hand palm rule. So by using right hand palm rule, we can identify in what direction this resultant will be acting. That I am going to show. Okay, so now the final formula is V cross B dot L. Okay, so this is the motional EMF in vector form. Now let us try some applications by using this formula. Actually VBL is very good, but let us try this also. I will try to show both. Anyone you can follow. Let me start with one simple again. You take this. Yeah, again I am going to start the same thing, same rod. So this is the rod moving with a speed v. Okay, rod moving with a speed v. Magnetic field is into the board. Of course, we know the answer, and L is line length. Field is into the board. Now see this one. Anyhow, answer is BVL. Clear? Because V, B, L all are perpendicular to each other. If all are perpendicular, then directly you write B, V, L, direct formula. Okay, let us check. What is the angle between V and B? V cross B dot L. So actual formula is V cross B dot L. Now let us verify. V, B. So see the right hand palm rule again. These fingers will represent V, motion. So V, and here just you, it's not right hand palm rule, just use the cross product, sorry, use the cross product. Okay, not right hand exactly, use the cross product. In a right hand, I just motion and magnetic field and palm shows force. Here use the cross product. I think you remembered C bar is equals to what? A bar cross B bar. That means C bar, which is perpendicular to A bar, C bar, which is perpendicular to B bar. Use the cross product rule. Okay. Here V, inside is B. V cross B. See V, this is B. And this shows the direction of V cross B. This shows the direction of V cross B. Just I am using vector cross product rule. V cross, so the direction of V cross B, see V, B is inside. Just you fold the finger like this. V cross B, V, B. V cross B will give this one. See, this will give the direction of V cross B. This is the direction of V cross B. What is the angle between V cross B right now? V and B is VB sine 90 dot L, and E is equal to VB dot L. What is the direction of V cross B? V cross B is y-axis, L is y-axis. V cross B is y-axis, L is y-axis. Then what is the angle between V cross B and L? These two are parallel. Then VBL parallel, cos 0. Then what is the answer again? VBL. See, so many situations. Don't confuse. VBL. Try to understand the concept till way. So BVL I got. Of course, if all are perpendicular to each other, directly you can write BVL. That is the better way. But see the way. V cross B, direction of V cross B is upward. See, V cross B. If the conductor moves left, if the conductor moves left side, see, VB, so downside. V cross B direction is downside. Again, L and V cross B are parallel. Theta 0. So you will get it. Theta 0 or 180, you will get the answer. Okay. Here V cross B I am using. Okay. Or if all are perpendicular, direct answer. That is also not a problem. But see the actual formula. See, I am using this formula. Again, I am getting the same. But identify. Angle between VB is 90. VB sine 90. And direction of this one is upward. Thumb. I am using cross product rule. This is cross product rule. See, cross product rule is coming. The right hand palm rule is coming. Next, I am using Fleming's right hand rule. Don't confuse. Okay, be careful. Okay. Now, let me give one more question. You try to get the answer by using this formula. You try this. Now the rod of length L, field is in this direction. Now the rod is moving like this. Rod moving with a speed V. Yeah, identify it. V, B, same direction. L is vertical. L is y-axis, you feel, that's it. Yeah, tell me the answer in this case. Tell me the induced EMF. What is the VB? VB, same direction. So, angle between V and B is 0. So, our formula V cross B dot L. VB angle is 0, sine 0, 0. Answer is 0. Answer is 0. You try this. Think carefully. Magnetic field is in this direction. Rod moving upward. Length is L like this. This is the length. Length and B are parallel. Length and B are parallel, but V is moving up. Then decide it. Again, use the same formula. E is equal to V cross B dot L. So, what is the angle between VB? 90. So, you can write VB sin theta. VB sin 90. That's not a problem. But what is the direction of V cross B? Direction of V cross B is important. V cross B. V. Use the cross product rule. Cross product rule. V. Okay. B is this side. So, here how I followed, just VB upward. Now, so V and B. So VB. So VB, tell me. Here this is V. Use the cross product rule. VB upward. This is V cross B. V cross B. Now V, field is right side. Field is right side. VB, thumb is into the board. VB, thumb is into the board, inward. So V cross B is into the board. V cross B is into the board. Observe carefully. V, these are V, cross product rule. V, B, thumb is inside. V cross B is into the board. V cross B is into the board, L is parallel. So V cross B is into the board, L is this side. What is the angle between V cross B and L? 90. So VB dot L, this is inward, and this angle between V cross B and L. V cross B is into the board, L is parallel. This is L. This is V cross B. Inside is V cross B. Be careful, okay? V cross B. Angle between V cross B and L is 90. So VBL cos 90. Again, what is the answer? 0. So in a simple way, out of 3, anyhow 3 are vectors. VBL, all are vectors. If any 2 are parallel, then blindly you write EMF is 0. If any 2 are parallel, you can write EMF 0. If all are perpendicular, then VBL. So here, if any 2 vectors are parallel, then EMF is 0, 0. Okay. Practice number of times cross product rule. I hope that you remember this cross product rule in vectors. I am using cross product, V cross B cross. Here, V, B. Thumb shows upward, means that is V cross B. V and field is this side. So V is up, B, thumb is in the inside. V, B, inside. So in and length is parallel. So angle between these two, 90. Practice number of times. Let me give one more question. You try this. Otherwise, if you use Fleming's right hand rule, directly we will get. I'll use that also. So you try this. This is the rod. Field is, let us take into the board. Yeah. Rod moves with a speed V by making some 37 degrees. This is L. Yeah, try to get this one. Better you can use this formula, otherwise BVL, that also not a problem. I am going to show two methods. So our formula is V cross B dot L. Yeah, this is V. B is into the board. Angle between V and B is what? Angle between V and B is 90, because field is into the board. Wherever the line you drawn, just that will become, means field is into the board. Angle between BV is everywhere 90. This is clear. So VB sine 90 dot L. But let us identify what is the direction of this V cross B. Direction of V cross B. Yeah, V. See here. V. Inside is B. Okay, V cross product. V B. So V and inside is B. Close it. Now thumb shows in this direction. V inside is close the hand. B thumb shows in this direction. This is direction of V cross B. In what side the thumb shows, that will gives the direction of V cross B. I'm confusing, I think. So let us try. Angle between this is 90, 37, 90. How much it is? 53. Okay, 53. Now angle between V cross B and L is how much? V cross B and L. V cross B and L is 53. So VB, this is 1, L cos 53. So E is equals to, you remember, I think, 37, 3, 4, 5. This is 53. So V B L cos 53, 3, 5, 3 by 5 B V L. So this is the answer. So identify the direction of V cross B carefully, that's it. If any confusion is there, let us try one more small way. Of course, this is the actual method. Let us try the same problem. Let me solve the same question. So no need to identify the V cross B direction in this method. Directly we can expect. So no need to identify the V cross B direction. This is L, this is 37. Yeah, directly we can expect next answer. Okay, this is B. B is into the board. Yeah. Same problem. See, it's coming. Okay. Yeah. Whenever VBL are perpendicular, then EMF is VBL. Okay, we know. Now just resolve this V into components. Another way, resolve V into components. This is V cos theta. This is V sin theta. Okay, so V cos theta. And what is this? V sin theta. Sin 37. Cos 37. Now, is this V cos theta and L? See, V cos theta L are parallel, so no EMF. And see, what are the three perpendicular parameters? B is into the board, B is into the board, V sin 37 is a perpendicular, L. See these three parameters. B inward, V sin 37 up, L is horizontal, X. This is Z, B. This is V sin 37 is y axis. So the perpendicular components are B as it is. V nothing but which is perpendicular, V sin 37. Sin 37 into L. So BVL sin 37. Sin 37. 3 by 5. Just resolve V into components, identify the three perpendicular components and multiply those three, direct answer 3BVL by 5. So here we have to identify the direction of V cross B. Here no need to identify the direction of V cross B. Directly we can write. Just identify the three perpendicular components. B into the board. V sin 37 upward. L is horizontal. L, V sin 37, B is inside. 1, 2, 3. See how these three perpendicular. If all are perpendicular, multiply it. Okay. Here you have to identify the direction of V cross B. This is the actual method. You have to identify the direction of V cross B. There no need to identify the direction of V cross B directly. And we can identify, means you have to replace this rod with the battery. Replace the rod with battery. So it is moving like this. Field is inward. Okay, I will show. See, here to know the direction of the induced current. Okay, to know the direction of the induced current, see V cross B and L. See the direction. V cross B and L. Resultant is in this direction. How? Otherwise, use the one more way. Fleming's right hand rule. See, I am using one more rule now. Earlier, right hand palm rule. Okay, that is keep aside. Right hand palm rule, that is used to identify the magnetic force acting on charge. Okay. Later, I used V cross B, cross product rule with hand only, right hand. Now, again I am using one more rule. Call it as Fleming's right hand rule. Fleming's right hand rule. So, stretch the right hand. Stretch the right hand. You remembered Fleming's left hand rule. Okay, for magnetic fields. Now, use the Fleming's right hand rule for identifying induced current. Induced current. See, stretch the right hand like this. You'll know these things. Then, forefinger, middle finger, thumb. Forefinger indicates what? Magnetic field. Thumb, motion of the conductor. Okay, thumb, motion of the conductor. Force, motion of the conductor. This is the motion of the charge, nothing but induced current here, induced current. Let us see here. See, field is into the board. Field is into the board, and which side the conductor is moving? Conductor is moving, because I am taking this one only. So the conductor is moving up, motion of the conductor. And see, this finger shows direction of induced current. See, field, motion of the conductor, all are perpendicular, and this will give direction of the induced current, so it will like this. So we can replace this rod by a battery symbol, looks like this, plus minus here. Of course, this is open circuit, there will be a potential difference, that's it. If it is a closed, we can identify the clockwise, anti-clockwise, but we can replace this rod with a battery symbol, positive, negative. Okay.